This is day 1275, the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, as we've been dedicating recently every day. This should be dedicated also to learning for the exclusive Am Yisrael, especially Yoshmei Eretz Yisrael, in Melchama against the Tzara Torah Osanu, Himach Shema V'zichram. Today we're doing Yerdei Simon Kuf Tzadik, Kuf Chaf to Kuf Chaf Ches. Okay, we're talking about laundering stains. A robe she wore during the days of Anida. Basically was laundered. She tore it, and then she went back and wore it again. At times she started without checking it. It was washed by a Jewish woman. It's not in front of us to ask. Also the robe, it's not in front of us to recognize it. Ain't told of possession can't be told this fish cheskos possession in botkos summing b'shasa kibus. The Jewish laundresses who check the garments for stains at the time it's washed. Ben shalom ben shalchav cheres. When it serves to somebody else's, mishtadlo savir, and they attempt to remove it. From me, we assume that she also did this. If the laundress is in front of us, then she says she didn't check it. You can you can attribute the stain to prior to the laundry. And that it didn't come out through the laundry. These guys said it was laundered by a maid or by a non-Jewish woman. Who don't normally check. I feel even though she's not in front of us, we attribute it to say that it was there initially. The law by the kibbutz didn't go away by laundering. The low this even she said she checked the below kesem and there was no stain. Or that she removed the stain. What she says doesn't help us and doesn't hurt us. So the Bachna Shach Miu, however, if you can tell she's telling the truth, we are concerned with what she says. The robe is in front of us, and we can tell by looking at it, if the stain is on the surface or embedded in the fiber. Like here, then you have to check it out. If you can't tell, you can't just attribute l'kula as we said in the previous sif, which was kufyu test. If the robe was lost, we are lenient to have a suffix gomer because that's an utter and complete suffix, and suffix we are lenient. She wore a robe which she had checked, and she removed it without checking it. And she laundered it, and then she went to a friend, and she wore it without checking. And then he found a stain. If it's fresh, you know it's in the second woman, and she's tummy. We showed her the first one was tar. If it's embedded in the fiber, it's old. You know it's in the first one, and she's tummy, and the second one was tar. If you can't tell, they're both tummy. One reason is because we already learned, if you test, the end of the suffix, that a lack of knowledge is not considered to be a valid suffix. Furthermore, came the angels since neither attribution is more beneficial than the other. They're equally either beneficial or not beneficial, as the case may be. Therefore, even I'm sorry, the Ma'achos is no, I skipped. But it came the angels we have to even tell me both of them. Or did you see that this one should be okay and that one not? Therefore, even if the robe is lost, that such case, according to the previous halacha, it's an absolute suffering of leniency. We are compelled to mitami both of them. Also in this situation, mitam she's borrowed from the reason which we gave. two women who wore one robe. And then you found a robe stain, they're both tar. The memela stain, so they come there, so they both come tamei by this stain. So we said just now, the you can't attribute to one over the other. And then but we already explained the kesser the stain only is matame if it's below the belt, which is how to see for samachalf. If for both of them, they're both of the same stature, so both be below the belt, they're both tummy. And for both of them would be above the belt, they're both tor. For one, it's going to be below the belt, since the other one above the belt. Also, she for whom it would be below the belt is tmeil. Also, she who for whom it's above the belt is Torah. But for both of them below the belt, even one is taller than the other. So therefore, the stain for the shorter woman is closer to her genitals. Since the final analysis for both of them is below the belt, the taller woman can attribute to the shorter woman. Everything which is below the belt has the same halacha. Bracket says here, with this you can understand what it says Shulchan Sif Mem Ches. This is specifically when they didn't take it off at night in order to cover their heads. When they both removed it, stain players to both tummy. In such a case, not sure it says to cover their heads. In any event, it's talking about a case where it's misapik, right? In this case, also when it's above the belt, it's because it turns around. It's both them above the belt. One of them covered her head with it. The other didn't cover her head with it. The one who covered her head is Tame, and the other one is Tor. And one of them, it's before she would cover her head, it was below the belt. Is there. They are both Tame and anything similar. And I really don't understand this idea of covering the head, so I'm not sure I understand this whole sif. Sorry. It's Erev Shabbos, so and afternoon, so we're in a bit of a rush. Short Shabbos. 3 women who wore one robe, those in the both Torah. But after the first one took it off, wasn't checked out. After the third one put it on. They all sat on one bench, one after another, in one place. And this is a bench which can become, the stains do matter, such if it's of wood, or something else, even they come to ask one after another. It's not like 2 paths. The Talmud should have we're going to explain why. When again, they're all equal in terms of attribution. But if one of them is more likely to have seen than her friends, such as where one of them, the other one, is older, or pregnant, or manika, or nursing, or too young, even though she's married, and she had the dam at the time that she was married, nevertheless she hasn't seen dam nida. In this case, those who are not suitable to see can, or not as suitable to see, can attribute to the ones who are more suitable to see. If a Torah can attribute to a Tomei, Torah can attribute to Tmeya, somebody who doesn't have any blood, can link it to somebody who does have blood. As well if they all check now, or lo badku, or they don't all check now, as we shall see in Kuf Chav Ches. Kuf Kaveh, Sholosh Nashim Shirashul Yishes Mitachas, 3 women sleeping in one bed. Mushlavas Kulun Zubazu, they're sleeping interconnected with each other. Because they are clinging together, and their legs are intertwined. And you find blood underneath one of them. If they're not intertwined, and they find blood underneath the middle woman, even though they're not intertwined, the same. Nevertheless, it can't be precise. The blood might be for one of the ones on the side. So if you find blood under the one who's innermost, he went says Tmeah, she and the middle one are Tmeah, and the outer one is Tar. From her blood, sometimes the son is found under the outer one. Kankin Hiva and says Tmeah, she and the middle one are Tame, and the Tar and the one who's innermost is Tar. But Medvar Murim is the truth. If they all came up through the bottom of the bed, but if they rolled into bed from the side, so even the inner one is tame. Even found under the outer one. Maybe while she was rolling in, not that I meant it dripped from her. And this is it's found under the inner one, the outer one is torn. No matter what, kamuvan as is obvious. Before Barashi, in need of Samachalaf. Chuf Chavav. Because I told Shem arrived, the two right say arrived in Davka Shenimtza, Bamita Shua, so it's found the bed not on the sheet. When it's on the sheet, no matter what, they're all tummy. The sheet gets turned over. Rosh Kosav Shazil beside an Elyon, so about the top sheet. But the bottom sheet doesn't turn over. I can't show. But Rabbeinu says receive nun kosas das rosh ayin sham. The Beis Yosef will pass this the rosh. Veinu move on. It's not clear. Ma was on Elyon, ma tachto. He says, Arukh HaShulchan says, I don't know what the top sheet and where the bottom sheet is. You can't say top sheet is that which she covers herself with. There's talking about some sheet that's obvious. The guy made a parsha tachto mikra keseh shasadi munach alav shekorin frina. You can't say it's talking about the mattress. The Mashach Oleh Losh and Sadin, it's not a sheet. Though the Keses Shataras and Sadin, the mattress on the sheet, the Shem Misabich obviously it doesn't turn over. They close it because it's heavy. I feel below Sadin Oleh, even without a sheet on it, and a Misabich doesn't turn over. First, you say there are two sheets, one below, one above, and she's Elijah sheet two of them. So that the top of the mattress should not get full of sweat. That's the shach and the prisha. But any of their parishioners, I don't understand this. I'm not sure why Arukh HaShulchan doesn't understand this. Ma'asim chol yom by us. Nevertheless, it sounds from it that the upper sheet is the one which she covers herself. So what's the chiddush? Fine, it's bar already. You know that a cover is often turns over. Also the bottom one turns over. Obviously, they didn't have fitted sheets, or they didn't make hospital corners, and they wouldn't actually turn over. But he says that that's the way the things work. Oh, here it is. Yeah, they put a good sheet, not sure I guess a better sheet on the mattress, and they would make hospital corners. They would poke the corners underneath the mattress. But then the top sheet, he says, is a simple sheet to lie on. So they're both bottom sheets. One is the bottommost and one is the one on top. Therefore, if it's found on the bottom sheet, and that sheet doesn't turn over. So we say that somehow the upper sheet got wrapped underneath her, and got wrapped over her. Wrapped over her, and the blood came out of the bottom one. Therefore, only she's tamei and they are tor. But anyway, I don't understand why you just want like our conventional top and bottom sheets don't work the same way. Even though we can be concerned with their bodies, maybe they turn over their sleep to be intertwined. Nevertheless, they're not concerned with this came and should come in the Rabbanon, it's coming are the Rabbanon. should not goof because the body doesn't definitely turn over. Shengim Sod is supposed to the sheet, the body definitely turns over. Even though with one woman, when she's alone in bed, anywhere she finds the blood is tummy. That's because you can't attribute it to anybody else. We're compelled to say the blood came out from her. Also, when she's individual, certainly turns over all around the bed. That's what people do. They take up all available space. Supposed when 2 or 3 lie together, everybody stays put. Okay. She's barred the Kunt Mason in suffix, and these are also which that everybody's tummy on account of the suffix. By Mishnah Mishnah forming rak achas tmei kunt mei Torah. Sometimes only one is tummy in the old Torah, and vice versa. Kate's the house, so she batka achas and it says tmei. If one woman checked and she was found to be tummy, he tmei, she's tummy. She named Torah and the other Torah. So we guess and we say the stain came from her. There's no better attribution than that. Not required to check. But Kushtaim check needs to found Tomei. Hashlish is Torah. The third one is Torah. So vice versa. But Kachas the Torah. One of them checked found some Torah. He Torah. She's Torah. V'tola Hakes and Mishlein. She can attribute the stain to those two did not check. As that's one themselves. But Kushtaim Matzah Torahs. 2 checked and found the Torahs. Tolos Bashlish Shlo Barkos that's more. They can attribute to the Torah. Didn't check herself. Ain't those in their Torah. But Gam Shlish is the Mitzvah Torah to Tmei School. The Torah checking all Torah, they're all Tamei. Shane loves Mizu, because then we have the Mai Chaz Svara, which we had before.